Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, fishing accomplices, good morning and welcome back to Fishin. So it is March now, very early March, and it is very cold out, but got the day off, so I figured why not, let's get out there and try and catch some fish. Truth be told, we've had a little bit of a warming trend this past week. Yesterday, in fact, it was like mid-50s, maybe even touching 60, but overnight it just dropped back down to the teens, and could have technically went fishing yesterday, but I had some other things going on, and on top of that, I figured if I did try and go yesterday, I'd have a lot more competition out in the water. It's really only the people that really want it that are going to be fishing today. Yesterday, maybe not so much. So, yeah, we're going to try. Thought about going to the reservoirs, but couldn't drag myself out of bed early enough. You know, I really figure your best shot of getting some real action is that first light bite if you're looking for trout. And yeah, I just wasn't feeling it, so slept in a little. The one day of the week I do have the opportunity, and we're gonna hit some rivers that connect the reservoirs in the Croton Watershed. No one in particular. I've got a few stops I want to make. Spots I haven't really fished this year too much. One of them I did try, or a couple of them I tried, but last time I was there it was very icy and wasn't really fishable for the most part. Today I'm hoping I can explore them a little bit more. And some other spots too. So just gonna be jigging some soft plastics, light jig heads, potentially throwing some jerk baits or something, I don't know, some plugs. But whatever we can do, I'm hoping we can string something good together for you and get some fishing accomplished. All right, it is quite cold out. It's crazy that it was 60 degrees yesterday, but now we're looking at 25. Got this small spinner that I was trying on this rod for whatever reason a couple weeks ago, so I figured let's start with this, but I'll probably quickly change if nothing happens. Let's go to the tried and true. It's pretty startling how fast this line is freezing over around the guides. It is not warm. Yeah, so it was pretty cold this particular day. And again, as remarked earlier, this was coming off of a very warm day the previous day. So I was hoping that, you know, that day or two that we had in the 50s and 60s would have woken these fish up. And I was also hoping that, you know, the chill that we had overnight wouldn't shut the bite down. It was definitely not a red hot day. And there were quite a few spots that were iced over, and it was not particularly fun having to de-ice the guides over and over again. But eventually I did put myself onto some decent action as I found some deeper stretches of the river. And surprisingly, they were all really concentrated in one particular spot. So let's jump to that. Oh yeah, tree powder. Probably not getting this back. I'd like to get this back. Come on. I'm lucky there'll be another lure on the other side of this. Let's see, come on, fingers crossed, new lure, new lure. A lot of line. Why does someone have so much line in the water? Alright, big ass spinner, part one. It's ruined though. Throw this out later. I'm sure that probably spooked anything that could have been there, but we'll try. See if we can wrangle up something. There's gotta be something here. It's not ideal weather, but I feel like something should bite. It's not that cold. Oh, it's a fish. That's a fish. Yes. And it's not a carp. All right. Not a bad one. Bring him over here. Nice. Yeah, I just knew that wasn't going to end well if I went to that other spot. Quite deep, quite a drop. It's a nice fish in the grand scheme of things. Pretty fish too. Got a little wrapped up, but very pretty. It's like a good 14, 15 incher. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Cool. All right, well, first fish of March. I am certainly happy with that. Not a giant, but a nice fish. We're right at the bend of a river right here, so you got a little current, but it's also a little slower and a little deeper, so no surprise that fish was here. Got him the little Ned jig head with the plastic minnow. See if there's any more holding over here, because this is a good looking spot. All right, back to it. Maybe I should have brought my longer net today. Oh well, we'll make do. Oh, number 2, yes. Yes, nice. Another nice little fish. You probably know it's the same fish, but it's a nice one. Probably not. Oh, oh. All right, there's a few fish holding up over here. They're digging this presentation, and this is a replicable pattern, so see what else we can do. Yeah, it wasn't a bad fish. Looked like a cookie cutter the last one we got. I'm sure these fish were all stocked at one point, but I'd like to think they haven't been, you know, just out of the truck stocked. And if fish hold over here long enough, I'm sure they can grow quite large. So after missing that fish, I hunkered down in this spot for probably a good 30 to 40 minutes longer. Wasn't able to get any more hits, so after a while I decided to move downstream to see if there's any other fish in some of the other promising looking spots. Some of the areas look really nice, but unfortunately I didn't get anything. And I did go quite a ways downstream. Went through some relatively challenging terrain. Once I felt like I had my fill, I decided to make my way back, and I did hit up that spot where I had the action one more time on the way back, and fortunately I did, as you will soon see. All right, making my way back. I might hit up one spot completely different than this in the drive home, but this is where the majority of our action came today, and be foolish not to try this after, you know, a good hour and a half to 2 hours of letting it be, different daylight conditions and whatnot. Oh yeah, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. That's a good fish. What'd I tell you? Nice fish. He's not so much better than the others, but he's nice. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go 18. Well, we tried to get a shot. It is what it is. But happy to get them. See if we can get one or two more. All right, well, that fish was right where we were hoping it would be. And we'll try here a little longer. There certainly could be more. All right, that's gonna have to do for another one. Tough fishing, but I'm happy to get out and catch some fish and gotta celebrate. Sell through the day. Spindrift, sparkling water, lime and mint. Not sure if I've had this one on the channel before, but whatever. That one's been in the bag for a while. It's definitely cold, very weathered can. Very limey, not as much mint, but it's flavorful. I'd give it a 8.1. But yeah, tough fishing. Early March has always been like kind of on the tougher side for me. You want it to be spring, but it's not. It's still very much winter, but things should really start warming up pretty soon. So yeah, the real trick was just being patient, not being afraid to hit some of the spots that were a little deeper and a little better moving. But yeah, I was happy, that one spot we hit it several times, and once we finally hit it the right way, we got onto some action. But yeah, it was weird because hit a lot of water today. I probably walked like 1.5 miles, 2 miles, but all the fish really came in one small stretch. So yeah, that spot was just kind of like the special sauce. It was a little bit deeper, a little bit slower, but there's some nice rocks there. And for whatever reason, that was the spot that was holding them today. And I definitely, moved around a bit, but yeah, sometimes it's all you can really hope for. So yeah, thanks for sticking with it. Hopefully on some more stuff soon. Catch the next one. Goodbye from fishing.